Hello, a gentleman gamer here, and today we're going to be talking about the Stargate Trailblazers event. In the background here, we have some footage I recorded. I ran a standard site, solo my prospect, and you can do it. It gets a little tricky at some points, especially with managing tank, but for the most part, you can do it. And I think I did it with like 3 minutes, 2 minutes to spare. So not fantastic, but worked out pretty good, and it was fun trying to pick the best pattern to go for. So anyway, let's talk about the event. I think the event is in a tricky spot right now, for a couple of reasons, and I think they're fixable reasons. Not obviously this event's gonna be done in a couple of days. So, but if CCP wants to do resource war stuff again, I'm not sure what is with this part of the game. The resource make, but every time CCP puts it into the game, something seems to trip it up. And I'm not sure why, because I've always had fun doing these sites. When they first came out, I think I did it by myself. I tried to do the best time possible. I did it with friends. We did it on streams. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot. But for some reason, they always seem to be trouble with this. So for resource wars, it was the actual rewards of the site. They weren't very good. Like the skins were temporary. I think there's some issues with the actual clothes and the pricing and the LP and all that kind of stuff. So the actual rewards weren't very good. So this time when they put it into the Stargate Trailblazer event, the actual LP rewards are actually much better. The skins are not permanent now, and you can trade them on the market. So all that stuff is better. But the problem is now, and the tricky situation seems to be putting itself in, I think in this one is that they set a precedent now for months and months, is that special events make you tons of ISK. Which I don't think is bad, but when you throw in an event like this, and you give them very low reward, comparatively speaking, not compared to old resource wars, because compared to those, the rewards are much better, but compared to like the winter event or something, you're making any money compared to it. So and players are looking at these events like, okay, I'm going to make tons of money now, Like even the last event, in my exploring through LowSec, I was getting what, 30, 40, 60 mil site, just dropping on my lap. This is not happening in this iteration of Resource Wars at all. So right off the bat, I see that being a huge problem. And my thought was, okay, if they're not going to give you lots of money doing these, if special event sites only last a week or two, then there has to be something else. And my first thought was, okay, well, I'm building Stargates, okay? I don't care what the payout is, because I'm building Stargate. That's really cool, all right? Without me being out here, trying to not die, the Sancha rats, there's no Stargate being built, right? So when I first started, okay, fine. I don't care if the rewards are bad compared to other events. I'm gonna do it because I want that gate to stain built, and I'm our victor. So I'm gonna do it no matter what, right? Like map changing things, like Invasions did, where the system of Nearja, was gonna fall or stand depending on the players that were fighting in that system, and either the trade gets broken between the half of New Eden, or it stays the way it is, like. That's even if the payout wasn't big enough, people still did it, But then I found out through comments in the comment section, through posts on Reddit, and CCP is talking about these gates are gonna be built no matter what, like it's only a matter of time, It's like if you're not gonna pick up the reward level like you do. With the other events you've had, like the winter event and the last event we just had a few weeks ago, then you have to make it really important to the game, like when it comes to the map or something, or who gets what ship first, like the Tech 3 destroyers and the Amar got it first, but stuff like that. But then when you find out it doesn't matter, then what are these events for then? You're not making any money, you're not changing the game in any way really. It ends up being my personal, what's my best time, which gets me through quite a bit. I was trying to run a prospect in a major, a major site. Yes, I want to see if I can do it or not. But that only takes you so far. So I think again, the mechanics aren't bad. I like these sites, but I don't know. You have to make it like be meaningful in the game in some fashion. Like this event, they even named it Stargate Trailblazers event, right? That's the event, and they're supposed to be about building Stargates, but it doesn't really matter what you're doing, you know. Even let's say like it does bother me that they're eventually gonna be built no matter what happens. If you run the sites or not, it does bother me that I was kind of hoping that there'd be some counterplay, especially in low sec, people disrupting. Because the next site after this one, I got interrupted by Kikimora. I bugged out. I couldn't finish the site, and that site was failed, right? Now, if it was like some progress bar in like the agency window about in Amar, over the Amar progress, and like if people fail sites more that day, then it goes down a little bit, and then if people accomplish the sites, then they keep going up, and the amount of ore gets sent to the Stargate, and it slowly gets built. Like you go to the site and you see the gate being built slowly, like how the Citadels do. That would be cool. That would be like weaving together the event site with you changing the map. Like you're directly working for Amar or the Dirty Minotaur. Sorry, I don't know why I threw that in there. You're working directly with them, and you see the connection in space. You see the connection, the progress, within the agency. Even let's say like when you warp in on the site and you see the grumpy MR dude, the progress bar will be there, something, But the events now feel completely disconnected from building Stargates. It feels completely. Again, compared to the previous special events, the rewards don't seem to be up as high as that. You don't get big drops and big jackpots, and so the event feels like a dud. I hate to say it, because I'm really excited. The idea of building Stargates is really cool, and I think TCP could have done a better job putting it out to players and like saying, listen, if you don't run the sites, and the gates will not be built. Stain will not have a gate, the low sec gate. Do you want that to happen or no? Get out there and do it. I don't know. It just, it feels like a missed opportunity. That's what it feels like. Again, I don't think the rewards mattered. Ultimately, I know people complain about the rewards, but I don't think they matter. I think ultimately, if you were shaping the map of Eve, it would be enough. But you're really not. And that sucks. I was really excited for this event. I was really excited. And I think CCP can do better. I think maybe for some reason they're rushing the last week, 2 weeks or so with bubble immunity thing. And it feels like they're running. I'm not sure why but it definitely feels like it. And this event feeling the way it is kind of adds to that feeling. Which, it's probably not rational, a completely different reason. But that feeling is being compounded with an event like this, which could have been so much more of an event than it is now. It could have been like, I don't know, it could have been so much more epic. I think they can do it. So I'm hoping in the future, if Trisby tries this again, that it really makes it feel like you're doing this extremely difficult thing of building Stargates. So, I don't know. Maybe it's too much to ask. Maybe I'm going too far. Maybe it's too much to ask, I would love to see, like, if we're building gates, it'd be cool to say, like, okay, we need people mining this ore, and then taking this ore and building components, and then shipping the components to both sides of the gate, and delivering them to the area you need to go to. So you have industrialists, you have miners, you can have... I say we have PvP sites too, in this case, I'm avoiding Sancha, so it'd be cool having sites where PvEers go in there and fight the Sancha and disrupt their interdiction onto these asteroid fields. Make it a full thing, make it like this big overarching thing, because building a Stargate and changing connections on the map is really big. It's a big thing. It changes how people think about the map, how they travel. Where people live, it shifts everything, and I think CCP gets it, but I'm not sure why they didn't do it for this event, because it was all about building gates, and that they even talked about it in the Caldari reason about how they lost the system and they needed new trade routes and everything. So they get it, but it just, like, this event could have been it again. This could have been another type of invasion event where we're all working together to not lose the gates, but really just build them now, you know? So, I don't know. Maybe I got a bit too rambly for this video, but I was thinking about it all day, and I wanted to put it out there. And I don't want to be like some of the people that are just naysaying and just, you know, giving CCP grief just for the sake of them. Because I know this event pulled out the bitter vets, man. Because as soon as more than one person complains, man, the bitter vet comes out and goes, yeah. Back in my day. But yeah, so I don't know. I think I'll end the video there. I think I said everything I wanted to say. And I'm still going to run the event. I do like the sites. I'll probably run it for, not for the reward, because I really don't need the ISK. Maybe I'll run it for the LP, maybe. Get some of those skins. I do like collecting skins. Clothes less so, but still. So maybe I'll do that. But I'll end the video here. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. What do you have? I heard all the problems with the sites. What do you think about solutions for the future to make these sites? Because I don't think the site idea is bad. I think there still has good possibility and potential because they're fun to run with friends and by yourself. And we don't have really good mining content in Eve, so I think it's a good idea to have it. So what do you think about what would CCP could do to get these sites up and running and make it feel like worth it, you know? So, all right. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, of course, leave a like. If you liked, even if it's rambly, if you like the content, of course, subscribe. And fly safe and fly brave.